Hey, it's End Time Watchman. I want to talk to you on the subject tonight of DOD Intel. They're expanding their operations in the Pacific Northwest. Navy and Department of Defense, on behalf of the military-industrial complex, will be expanding its weapons testing programs. Pacific Northwest bring about environmental insults to the area. More aerosol spraying in the skies, more microwave and sonar, biological weapons testing, etc. Now, United States Navy Department of Defense Environmental Impact Study required to use public lands, water resources, humans as warfare tests, and guinea pigs, spraying aerosol, ratcheting up on chemtrails, different mixtures and all that. But anyway, scroll on down here for a few minutes. Try to compress this. It says they have decided that their Northwest Training Range complex, state of Washington, should be expanded. They have devised a draft of Environmental Impact Statement, EIS, dated December 2008 for public review and comment. Okay, they put it out for public review and comment. They're going to do what in the world they want to do. They're just making it public. Anytime they make it public, they're going to go ahead and do what they want to do. They're not asking us, and that's why I'm shouting out the warning to let you know that they will be doing this regardless. They could care less about us. Look, the upper echelons and high tiers are completely and totally evil. Y'all like my hat? I'm just wearing this one tonight. Just keep them bulls from burning this old head of mine. But anyway, U.S. Commander of the Pacific Fleet has given American citizens and residents of these states a very short time to comment on their draft EIS published December 30th, 2008. Final public comment deadline March 11th, 2009. Document is approximately 1,000 pages in length with attachments. Let me stop right there. Sort of sounds like the old bailout bills, don't it? Nobody ever read it. They went ahead and passed it. 1,000 pages in length with attachments on this expansion that the DOD is doing. Okay? Look, they've been using us for freaking guinea pigs for a long time on spraying the chemtrails. And I know there's a lot of people don't believe in chemtrails. But that's fine. You stay in La La Land. Like I said, Orlando needs people. Disneyland needs a lot of people to get their income up. So go on down and live with them if you don't believe in chemtrails. My God, it started in the Vietnam War and before then, okay? And they got some way greater technology than then. So live in your Disneyland and you keep listening to Rush and Sean and you keep watching CNBC and Fox News and stay in your La La Land while we move on and we're awake and we're alive and we're on fire. Because that's just the way it is. Okay? Now, this is not a game. This is the truth, I'm telling you. Final public comment, March 11, 2009. All right, now, having said that, in addition to short comment time in Navy limited public hearings to 5, with only one held in Oregon, one in California, no scheduled hearings to be held in Idaho, Navy's allegedly failed to place information about EIS, major newspapers, or inform our elected representatives about this program. Ha-ha. Aha. And by the way, it's not put in newspapers. And by the way, if you know your history, under one of your presidents, FDR, he bailed out certain papers and others were attacked by the IRS. Certain papers will be bailed out now. Others will crumble. Watch. New York Times already bankrupt. Did you know for a fact that the stock is cheaper than the friggin' Sunday paper? Propaganda, man. Warfare. They will break any and everybody and everything to put them in subjection under their evil plot to destroy the whole earth. I'm telling you, they leave no stone unturned in their destruction. And it's up to you. Will I stand back? Will I sit back? Will I say anything they say or don't say is okay? And will I just be a little obedient sheep and go, bah? Will I bow down to that satanic garbage that's taking place? Or will I become informed and will I stand up and will I be ready to fight? Whether it be internet warfare, whether it be printing the flyers, making the DVDs, or going and interviewing people, or praying about it, and I'm doing everything I know to do in my power to do. I don't know what else to do. I mean, I'm running myself ragged, and I ain't bragging, but I am not wasting my time. Every day when I get up, I hope to shine the light to somebody else, or and bring multiplicity into what I'm doing to wake people up. And I hope you're doing the same. I'm not saying you ain't. The Navy has declared this draft was distributed to our elected representatives. Oh, hell. We row right there. That's, whoa! If so, then why haven't our elected officials spoken up to defend our rights to be heard? Required more public meetings here in California, Washington, Idaho, where there was not one held. And don't forget about Oregon. U.S. Navy and U.S. Department of Defense, DOD, and the CO of the commander of the U.S. Pacific Fleet have decided, without our consent, that they are going to use Pacific Ocean off the coast of California, Oregon, Washington, the land over 4 states, to test weapons of war. No, sir. They don't care. They care less. Now, you can't go friggin' drill off the coast in Florida, you know, but China can do that because we owe them so much money, okay? They can drill and they ain't worried about it. They don't got nothing to do with protecting the environment to start with. China wins, they blow and finally wind up to us if you do some studying. And they ain't got no, they don't worry about being environmentally safe. And I'm not a tree hugger, don't you get me wrong, but what I am saying is a hypocritical double standard. We can't drill off the coast, okay? We can't do this, we can't cut the trees because of friggin' spotted owl. We got to have a friggin' rat keep mating in California, you know, to bring more disease and toxic stuff in, okay? But yet we can't drill for oil and be self-sufficient, okay? My gosh, I didn't want to get on this rant. So they're going to contaminate our air and our water and our soils with the chemicals they use in the programs. And they fail to list many of the chemicals that are used in the programs. It must be top secret. Yeah. Reminds me of a daggum thief in the night. He don't let you know he's coming till after he wants to attack you. Same difference here. This, under the Freedom of Information Act, I'm requesting a complete listing of the chemicals that will be used in these testing programs. It's easy for the Navy EIS to state that they can mitigate for such toxic use, but fail to disclose a complete list of the chemicals. Copies of contamination studies conducted at other military test sites where contamination problems were found at the bases, like Fallen Air Force Base. All these things should be made public, but no, this is just another nail in the coffin, that they could care less about what the American people think. The military-industrial complex, the private bankers, the Rothschilds, the British, the oligarchy is all going to destroy you if you don't wake up, and wake up now. It's just that simple. Let me move this song going on down. Here's some questions that should be asked. What about the aluminum coated with fiberglass? It's going to be used. How many pounds will be released into the atmosphere and on the ground and in the air? What are the health effects of chaff particles on humans, wildlife, soil, and water? Provide this study. You should have studied it if you're going to do it. You should have had a detailed study on it, a compact study, before you break it loose on 3 or 4 states and our drinking water and everything else. Will jets be allowed to fly at heights to leave persistent jet contrails that exasperate global warming and change the climate? I'm just trying to go with liberals and Democrats and conservatives and Republicans. I'm asking every one of you. See, there's so much hypocrisy in this crap, it ain't funny. You know, you got, well, chemtrails ain't real, but don't you friggin' cut a tree down. If there's wildfires, don't you go in there and let the loggers clean them up and generate income. Let them rot, that the beetles can spread from them dead trees and kill all the good trees. And it just goes on, and I'm about to run out of time. My gosh. It's time to cry loud and spare not. It's time to wake up. This is just a small DOD intel. I'm sitting on some rotten eggs and I'm ready to get rid of. And they ain't smelling good. And that's intel chatter. Maybe I'll piss somebody off by saying this. I'm sitting on some stuff, some rotten eggs that ain't smelling good. And there's a hawk that knows what I'm talking about. But them eggs is pretty soon to be scrambled and well done, and you ain't going to like it, American people, when it happens. End Time Watchman, I'll be back.